What is your, nobody will ever believe this, story? My granddad raised a crocodile in my mum's backyard pool on an island. Every so often they would take him out to sea and try to release him. But a few days later he would come crawling up the local boat ramp. Going home. He killed the neighbors' chickens a few times. They didn't like him so much. When he was taken into care at a crocodile park, they flew him on a plane to the mainland. He is one of the top 5 biggest crocs at his wildlife park. Edit, picture proof in my profile crocodile. Orlando Bloom winked at me once when walking past. I'm a dude. I started out in the normal math class until my teacher realized I should switch to the advanced class because I got perfect scores on everything. We were just about to start the chapter about telling time when I made the switch. The advanced math class already knew how to tell time. I had all digital clocks at my house. I didn't actually learn how to tell time till I was about to start high school and thought I should learn. I knocked a cup of coffee off my counter and caught it, and no coffee spilled out of it. I saw a bird unscrew a light bulb once. I once threw the inside of a pen at least 9 feet clear across a room and skewered a fly that was annoying me. Legit, I felt like a ninja and have no way to prove it to anyone. Not gonna lie, it's probably my peak and it's all been downhill ever since. Watched an ant pick up its injured friend with its 2 front legs and ran away on its last 2 legs like a human would. I saw David Wenham, Faramir, low TR, at a cafe downtown. He was just walking by with someone I assume may have been a friend or partner. You just don't get celebrities where I live very often. I told one of my mates and he didn't believe me. It was him. I saw a bee eat a piece of cheese. It was horrifying. I didn't know it was possible. Was doing a service call at an equestrian farm. I went to the bathroom in the barn to take a leak. The door was slightly ajar and the light was off. I pushed open the door and hit the light only to see a goat dressed in a fleece vest eating toilet paper off the roll. He gave me this look like to say, WTF are you looking at? I turned off the light and left. I held a stick straight up in the air while pretending to be a magical creature, and then it immediately started raining heavily. I was once arrested for dueling. That was the charge. My wife has an artifact. Reflective metallic nose ring looking object embedded in her lower left rib cage between the bone and fatty tissue. It was discovered after an MRI for unrelated issue. My ex, American, met him in the US. And my other ex, Dutch, met him 3 years later in Argentina. Work at the same office in Amsterdam. They are colleagues. I found out 'cause I saw a FB post in which they were at the same office. 2 years after me and Dutchy broke up. And I still live in Argentina. Also, some years ago, I was in a relationship with a guy. We lived together in a tiny apartment. The relationship ended in a terrible way. 4 years later, I started dating another guy. He takes me to his house. It was the apartment I used to share with my ex. And let me tell you, Buenos Aires is a huge city. I watched a kid on his bike get hit by a car. Somehow he got up like it was nothing. Nobody really believes I can smell pressure. Was lying in bed watching a movie and too lazy to move. Saw a small, harmless spider drop down from a thread on the ceiling, obviously heading for the far side of my bed. Even if it wasn't venomous, I didn't want to share my bed with it. But also didn't want to move. Not thinking it'd actually do anything, I reached out my arm towards it, but still quite a few feet away, and started waving my fingers at it in annoyance. To my absolute surprise, it immediately stopped its descent and actually retracted back up its line. While I was sitting there in surprise, took me a couple of seconds to realize that my hand must-be looked like the most giant freaking spider he'd ever seen, standing on its back legs and waving the front 5 in the fuck off or all wreck you dance. I snuck into the Canadian Parliament building at around 1:30 a.m. on June 27, 1998. I saw my mom's 2 pet dogs, miniature poodles, having a human-like conversation, moving their little mouths and coming to some type of agreement. I legit found a $100 bill on the ground. I couldn't believe it myself, but I took it straight to the ATM and it was accepted.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.